Namaste children, how are you all? I hope you are fine. In the last class we discussed about finding solutions of quadratic equation using the first method, it is factorization method, that is by splitting the middle term, and we discussed some of the problems related to that method. Now we are going to discuss in this class statement problems, that is word problems, how to solve these word problems by using the factorization method. You see here from exercise number 4.2, find two numbers whose sum is 27 and product is 182. Find two numbers, we don't know what are the two numbers. Their sum is given, it is 27 and product is given 182. So we need to find the two numbers. So sum of two numbers is 10. If you know one number is 3, then what will be the other number? It is 7. How? By subtracting the known number from the sum, we will get the unknown number, that is 10 minus 3, it is 7. Now here we don't know the numbers, let the number be x, one number is x, the other number will be what it is, 27 minus x, and take their product which is equals to 182. So now here let one number be x, one number be x, sum of two numbers is equals to what? It is 27 and product is equals to what it is? 182. Product is 182. So the other number will be, other number is equals to, so one number is x, sum of two numbers is 27. So to find the unknown number, that is the other number, subtract x from 27, we get 27 minus x. Now according to the condition, what is the condition? Product of two numbers, product of two numbers, that is one number it is x, the other number it is 27 minus x. Product of these two numbers is equals to 182. That is first number and second number, their product is equals to 182 as per the given condition. Now multiply with x. X into 27 is 27x. Then plus into minus minus, x into x it is x square. That is equals to 182. We got 182. Now transpose minus x square and 27x to the RHS, will get the left hand side is 0. That is 0 is equals to x square. When we transpose to the RHS, minus x square will become plus x square and plus 27x will become minus 27x plus 182. Now just it is regroup the terms, that is take LHS as RHS and RHS as LHS. Therefore it is x square minus 27x plus 182, that is equals to 0. Now we got a quadratic equation, x square minus 27x plus 182 is equals to 0. Now we need to solve this equation by using factorization method, that is by splitting the middle term. So what is the middle term? It is minus 27x, it is the middle term, minus 27x. Now this middle term will be split into two terms. Those terms product should be equals to what? The first term and the last term. Here the first term is what? X square, and the last term it is what? 182. So the product will be rough work, it is rough work. Here we will do the rough work. So x square into 182 will get 182x square. So the factors of 182 will get 1 it is 13x into 14x is one pair of factors, minus 13x into minus 14x is the other pair of factors. So we know for each positive integer we can express that product of two negative integers as well as product of two what it is positive integers. So that is composite numbers. Now which pair we should choose? If you take these two pairs, this pair 13x plus 14x we get plus 27x, but our middle term it is minus 27x. So we need to take minus 13x and minus 14x. Therefore it is x square minus 13x minus 14x plus 182, that is equals to 0. Now you take x from the first two terms common, then what we get? X minus 13, and here it is take minus 14 common, we get x minus 13 that is equals to 0. Now we got two factors. X minus 14 is one factor and x minus 13 is one factor that is equals to 0. Now x minus 14 is equals to 0 or x minus 13 is equals to 0. Transpose minus 14 to RHS, we get it is what we will get is x is equals to 14 and transpose minus 13 to RHS, we get x is equals to 13. So two numbers. If x is equals to 14, what will be the other number? 27 minus x. So if x is equals to 14, then 27 minus x is equals to 27 minus 14, that is 13. So if x is equals, one number is 14, the other number is 13. The other number is 13. Similarly, if x is equals to 13, then 27 minus x is equals to, that is 27 minus 13, which is equals to 14. Therefore, what are the required numbers? 13 and 14 are the required numbers. Therefore, the required numbers are Therefore, the required numbers are 13 and 14. 13 and 14. So like this you will solve the statement problem, that is word problems, using factorization method. So you can verify this whether it is verified or not. How can you verify it? Product of sum of the two numbers is equals to, that is 14 plus 13 is equals to 27. It is verified. And product of these two numbers 14 into 13, if you multiply, already you have multiplied, here it is 14 into 13. 13 fours are 52, 13 ones are 13 plus 5, it is 80, 182. So we got, this is the product, rougher call it is product, we got 182 and sum of the two numbers 14 plus 13 is equals to 27. Like this we can verify our result whether it is right or wrong. Is it clear, children? This is now lot of questions can be asked on the numbers. This kind of sometimes difference will be given and the product will be given. Sometimes squares will be given. Squares of two numbers, their sum or difference or their product will be given. We need to find these numbers. We will discuss in the later stages this kind of sums. Now we will discuss one more sum, that is fifth sum. It is related to our geometry. Next, the altitude of a right triangle is 7 centimeters. The altitude of a right triangle is 7 centimeters, less than its base. First we know what is altitude. Altitude is the perpendicular drawn from one vertex to its opposite side in a triangle is known as altitude. What is right triangle? A triangle in which one angle is 90 degrees. Then we call the triangle is known as a right triangle or right angle triangle. This is a right triangle at B. So this is B. Now what we call this is the hypotenuse. Hypotenuse is the longest side of the right triangle or the side opposite to right angle is known as hypotenuse. And it is given if the hypotenuse is 13 centimeters, it is 13 centimeters. Now what are the remaining two sides, AB and BC? These two are perpendicular sides and they are perpendicular to each other. If I consider BC as the base, AB will be treated as altitude. If I consider AB is the base, then BC will be treated as altitude. Now for our problem, I am taking BC as the base and AB is the altitude. So now find the other two sides. Other two sides means BC and AB, that is base and altitude. So here altitude is depending on the base. How it is depending? 7 centimeters is less than its base. If base is 10 centimeters, then what will be its altitude? It is 7 centimeters less. Therefore, 10 minus 7 is 3 centimeters. We don't know what is the length of the base. That's why we take this as what? X. Base as X. And what will be the length of the altitude? It is 7 centimeters less. Therefore, it is X minus 7 centimeters. Now, it is a right angle triangle. Apply the Pythagoras theorem. That is, in a right angle triangle, square of the hypotenuse, that is AC square, is equals to sum of the squares of other two sides, that is plus BC square. So let base is equals to base BC, that is equals to x centimeters. Altitude is equals to altitude AB is equals to, it is 7 centimeters less, therefore it is x minus 7 centimeters. Now hypotenuse is equals to hypotenuse is equals to what it is? 13 centimeters. Now in triangle ABC, angle B is equals to 90 degrees. So apply Pythagoras theorem, that is AC square is equals to AB square plus BC square. AB square plus BC square, that is Pythagoras theorem. When we apply now, substitute AC is equals to 13, therefore it is AC square means it is 13 square, and AB is x minus 7 whole square, plus BC is x, BC square means x square. Like this, substitute the values from the figure as AC as 13, therefore it is AC square is 13 square, and AB as x minus 7, therefore AB square is x minus 7 whole square. BC is x, BC square is equals to x square. Now simplify this. 13 square is equals to 169, and now x minus 7 whole square, it is in the form of a square minus 2ab plus b square. A square minus 2ab plus b square. A square means it is x square minus 2ab, 2 into x, 2x into b is equals to, it is 7. 2 into 7, 14, therefore it is minus 14x. Plus 7 square means it is 49 plus x square. Now simplify, transpose 160 to that side, RHS, it will become minus 169. Therefore it is will get x square, or we can take this as 0. X square plus x square is 2x square minus 14x plus 49 minus 169. That is equals to what we get rearranging these terms, 2x square minus 14x plus 49 minus 169. 169 minus 49 is equals to 120, and minus sign is there for the greater number, therefore we get minus 120, that is equals to 0. By regrouping the terms LHS as RHS and RHS as LHS, we get this quadratic equation. Now 2, 14 and 120 are all multiples of 2. So take 2 common, then we get x square minus 7x minus 60, that is equals to 0. So taking 2 common and transposing to that side, we get what? By transposing to RHS, we get 0 by 2, that is equals to 0. We get x square minus 7x minus 60, that is equals to 0. Now we got a quadratic equation to solve or to find the base and the altitude of the given right angle triangle. Now we solve this by using the factorization method. So 1 into minus 60 is minus 60 x square is minus 60 x square, product of those first term and the last term. So factors of 60 we should get 7. So 12 5s are 60. 12 5s are 60. 12 minus 5, it is 7. So we hope it may get the pair of factors 12 and 5. So multiply the what it is first term and the last term, x square into minus 60. X square into minus 60, that is equals to minus 60 x square. So its factors I am taking as minus it is 12 5s are 60 minus 12x into 5x I am taking this pair. 12 5s are 60 and x index is x square. Minus 12 plus 5 is equals to minus 7. So now this is x square. So minus 7x as written as minus 12x plus 5x minus 60, that is equals to 0. That is equals to 0. Now here take x common, will get x minus 12. And here plus 5 and 60, it is 12 into 5, 65 is a common, take 5 common, then we get x minus 12, that is equals to 0. Now x plus 5 is into x minus 12 is equals to 0 on 2 factors. So now x plus 5 is equals to 0, x minus 12 is equals to 0, transpose plus 5 to the RHS, we get x is equals to minus 5. And here x is equals to, by transposing minus 12, we get plus 12. So x is equals to 12. What is x we have taken? Base. So base is equals to either 5 centimeters, minus 5 centimeters or 12 centimeters. Is it possible a length will be negative value? No, it is not possible. Therefore, we will ignore x is equals to minus 5 and we will consider x is equals to 12. As base is length is never negative. Length is never negative. Never negative. Therefore, base is equals to, that is x 12 centimeters. Now, what is altitude? Altitude is equals to what? Altitude is equals to x minus 7. That is x minus 12, which is equals to 7 centimeters. 7 centimeters. Now altitude is equal to 7 centimeters and base is equals to 12 centimeters. You can verify. So altitude is 7 centimeters is less than the base. Sorry, x minus 12. Sorry, here it is altitude is equals to x minus 12. X is equals to what it is? 12 we got. X is equals to what? It is 12. 12 minus 7, that is equals to 5. 5 centimeters is the altitude of the, what it is? Given right angle triangle. Altitude of right angle triangle is 5 centimeters and base is 12 centimeters. Like this we can find. Even you can verify this. 12 square is equals to 144. 5 square is equals to 25. 144 plus 25 is equals to 169. You can check it is 12 square is equals to what? 144 and 5 square is equals to what? 25. By adding this, what we get? 169. 169 is equals to 13 square, that is hypotenuse. Some of these squares of other two sets we got 169. It's clear children how to find this. I hope you understand. We will continue next. This second method of finding the solutions of quadratic equation. What it is? Can you guess? Yes, it is completing the square method. Now we will discuss the second method to find the solution of a quadratic equation. The first method is factorization method, that is by splitting the middle term. We discussed already. Now the second method is method of completing the square. Method of completing the square. See the term square or completing the square. It means that the given quadratic equation will be converted into or will be changed into in the form of a square. In the form of a square. See, we have algebraic identities are there. It is a plus b whole square. A plus b whole square is equals to a square plus 2ab plus b square. A minus b whole square is equals to a square minus 2ab plus b square. So we will convert the given equations in the form of a plus b whole square or a minus b whole square, which is having the three terms. So the given quadratic equation will be converted in the form of square of a plus b or square of a minus b, so that we will convert that in the form of a plus b whole square or a minus b whole square. So to convert this given equations in the form of a plus b whole square and a minus b whole square, we will have some three steps are there. Those three steps will follow to find the solution of a quadratic equation in method of completing the square. What are those steps? We'll discuss steps in model. So the first step it is step 1. It is make the coefficient of x square as 1 or a perfect square number. So what is the first step? It is make the coefficient of x square as 1 or a perfect square. If it is the coefficient of x square as already it is given, it is 1, no need to change it. If it is not in the form of 1, it is not the coefficient of x square is not 1, then we should make that the coefficient of x square. We will discuss how we will make it. The r will make it f of x square. Now we will see here the second question. The second step, it is add it is square of half of the coefficient of x. Coefficient of x by 2 whole square to the given equation on both sides. To the given equation on both sides. So what should be added? Which term should be added? That is coefficient of x divided by 2 whole square. That is square of half of coefficient of x should be added to the equation, given equation on both the sides. Then after simplifying that, we will get after adding that, we will change this given equation in the form of either a plus b whole square or a minus b whole square. So after adding that term, we will change the given equation either in the form of a plus b whole square or in the form of a minus b whole square. So if the x coefficient is a positive value is there, then that will be changed to a plus b whole square. If its coefficient is a negative value is there, then it will be changed to a minus b whole square. Then after simplifying that, we get the two solutions of the quadratic equation which is given. First step is make the coefficient of x square as 1 or a perfect square. Add coefficient of x square by 2 whole square to the given equation on both the sides. After adding, then by transposing, we will get the given equation in the form of a plus b whole square or a minus b whole square. In that form, we will change. After simplifying that, we will get the solutions. Now we will discuss one sum. Find the roots of the quadratic equation x square plus 4x minus 5 is equals to 0. Find the roots of the quadratic equation x square plus 4x minus 5 is equals to 0 by the method of completing the square. So here the given equation is what is that? It is x square plus 4x minus 5 is equals to 0. You take this as equation 1. Now what is the coefficient of x square? It is 1, so no need to make it. If it is not 1, for example if it is 2 is there, then how to make this as 1? By dividing the whole equation with 2, then 2 and 2 will be 2x square by 2, 4x by 2, minus 5 by 2 will get and 0 by 2 will get. So 2 and 2 will be cancelled, we get again 1 as the coefficient of the x square. Or if you want to make a perfect square of this coefficient of x square, which is 2 is given, then what? Multiply this total equation with 2, then 2 into 2, 4x square. Whatever the coefficient which is given, with that coefficient if you multiply, then the x square coefficient will become a perfect square. It will become a perfect square. If the coefficient is given as 4x square, 4 is a perfect square. 4 is a perfect square. Is it clear? Like this, we need to change the given equation. We should make the given, or we should make the coefficient of x square as 1. Make the coefficient of x square as 1. Then second step, what it is? We should add the coefficient of x by 2 whole square to the equation 1 on both the sides. That is added term is equals to what it is? Coefficient of x by 2 whole square. That is equals to coefficient of x is 4. 4 by 2 whole square. 2 ones are 2 twos are. That is 2 square, which is equals to 4. Now add 4 to equation 1. On both sides. So when we add 1 to equation 1 on both the sides, what we get it is x square plus 4x plus 4 minus 5 x square plus 4x plus 4 I added and minus 5, that is equals to 0 plus 4. I have added 4 on both the sides. Now if you observe this x square plus 4x plus 4, it is in the form of a square plus 2ab plus b square, where a is equals to x and b is equals to 2. So what it will be? A square plus 2ab plus b square is equals to a plus b whole square. So this whole can be written as what? X plus 2 whole square minus 5, that is equals 0 plus 4 is equals to 4. Now x plus 2 whole square is equals to 4 transpose minus 5 to the RHS will get plus 5. X plus 2 whole square is equals to what it is? 9. It is 9. Now we got on the left hand side it is in the form of a plus b whole square. I told you when we get a plus b whole square, if the coefficient of x is a positive value we get, it will be in the form of a plus b whole square. Now transpose square to the RHS, then it will become square root. When we transpose square, it will become square root. If you transpose square root, it will become square. So by transposing the square into RHS, we get x plus 2 is equals to square root of 9. So x plus 2 is equals to square root of 9 is equals to what? Plus or minus 3. Plus or minus 3. We studied in the lower classes also. We studied in the lower classes. I mean in the 8th standard we have studied. So square root of 9 is equals to 3 into 3 and also minus 3 into minus 3. Minus 3 into minus 3. Square root of 4 is equals to what it is? 2 into 2 or minus 2 into minus 2. That product is also equals to 4. That's why for every perfect square we have 2 square roots, one positive square root and one negative square root. Therefore x plus 2 is equals to plus or minus 3. That is equals to, from this what we can get two values? X plus 2 is equals to plus 3 and x plus 2 is equals to minus 3. X plus 2 is equals to plus 3. X plus 2 is equals to minus 3. Now transpose plus 2 to the RHS. X is equals to 3 plus 2 will become minus 2. Therefore x is equals to 1. X is equals to 1. Now plus 2 will transpose, will get to minus 2. So x is equals to minus 3 minus 2 it is minus 5. Now we got x is equals to 1 and x is equals to minus 5 are the solutions. If you check it, verification also we can do. Now therefore 1 comma minus 5 are the roots of given equation. So if you want, we can verify this result also. We can verify this. How do we verify? By substituting x is equal to 1. Therefore it is 1 square is equals to 1 plus 4 into 1 is 4. 1 plus 4 is 5. 5 minus 5 is 0. Satisfied. If x is equals to minus 5. Minus 5 whole square is equals to 25. 4 into minus 5 it is minus 20. Minus 20 minus 5 it is minus 25. Plus 25 will get 0. We'll get. So what are the steps which are involved in the method? In this method, it is first step we should make the coefficient of x square as 1 or a perfect square. How can we make the coefficient of x square? By dividing with the already given coefficient of x square. With that, the whole equation if we divide, then we get a coefficient of x square as 1. Otherwise, if you multiply the whole equation with the coefficient of x square, then that coefficient of x square will become a perfect square. If it is not a perfect square, it will become a perfect square. After that, add the term. Which term should be added? Square of the half of coefficient of x should be added to the equation on both the sides. And then on by simplification, we get the given equation will be changed to the form of a plus b whole square or a minus b whole square. When we get a plus b whole square, if the coefficient of x is a positive value, then that equation will change it to the form of a plus b whole square. If it is a negative value is there, that is the coefficient of x, then that equation will be changed to the form of a minus b whole square. And on simplification, we will get the roots of the given equation. Is it clear, children? Is it clear to all of you? Right? I hope you understand today's concept. And your today's homework is today's homework part. It is today's homework. It is see exercise homework part. Today's homework. exercise 4.2, question number 2, question number 4 and question number 6. So your homework quantities exercise number 4.2, question number 2, question number 4 and question number 6. So we will continue in the next class. Few more problems we will discuss for the method of completing the square in the next class. Thank you very much.